Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stories by Tim. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the alert button so you get when I do updates. First of all, let me just say Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there. I was married for 23 years. I had 3 children, and I know what mothers go through because you don't just have 3 children when you're married, you have 4. Because I was a child as well. Husbands are, hate to tell you, but that's the truth. Um, so we're going to continue with movies today. Um, I I'm going to go into the sci-fi realm of things. Let's start off with The Fifth Element, and I'm going to do something a little different today. Because I want to make sure that I get everything right. Um, so Fifth Element was a very weird movie. It wasn't a bad movie. In fact, I've watched it numerous times. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched this movie. The lead actor was Bruce Willis. It was the first time I seen Mila Jovovich, which she went on to do. Oh God, what is that series? Hang on, let me look that up. But it also had Gary Oldman. It had Ian Holm. Um, Resident Evil. That was it. There we go. Um, I tried to play that game and failed miserably. Uh, but it. But this movie was crazy. You also had Luke Perry in it. That was prior to him passing. Uh, and Chris Tucker. Holy crap. His role in this movie is over the top. It really, really is. It's one of those iconic characters that you only get once in your life. Gary Oldman, though, I can't say enough about that man. He has done so many different roles over so many different movies. He's done dramatic work. He's done comedic work. It's. I wish I could act like him. I really do. That is God's honest truth on that one. Um, all right, let me pull up the next one here. All right. Well, this is another good one. Day After Tomorrow. Um, I know people talk about global warming all the time, and I, while there is statistics out there that do support global warming, there's also statistics out there that debunk that. Um, I will say that. But Dennis Quaid killed it in this movie. Absolutely killed it. And then Emmy Rossum, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, oh, yep. She played Christine in the movie version of Phantom of the Opera. So she's in that as well. Is this something that possibly could happen? I don't know. But I think they took it a little step too far, in my opinion. They really sensationalized the concept of global warming, and then the opposite of the extreme the other way. But was it a good movie? Yes. Do I still watch it? Yes. Do I own it? Yes. There is that as well. All right, let me That was not the one I was searching for, but it came up. There we go. That's the one I wanted. So, next one. Let me look that up. Wait, let me look that up. Wait, let me look that up. All right. Movie is Edge of Tomorrow. Um, and that's kind of what the movie is a repeat. It's similar to Groundhog's Day. I'm not going to give away any of the plot, any of the details of it, but that's kind of how it works on that one. Um, and your lead in that one is Tom Cruise. Um, the leading lady is Emily Blunt. Bill Paxton's in it. And it's a different role for Bill Paxton. I've never seen him be anything but a funny character. I mean, even in Twister, he was funny. But in this one, he really took it to a different level. And as an actor, I appreciate that. I am trying to get more serious roles myself, um, because I tend to gravitate to the comedic roles, and I want to show my range. I want to show what I can do. And then you had Brendan Gleeson in it, who played Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. And the second I saw him, I knew exactly who he was. But yes, I highly recommend this movie. It is something to experience. And I actually, the reason I'm doing this video today and right now is because I'm actually watching a reaction video from another channel that is wanted, or that reacted to this movie. And that brought up this idea in my head. Hey, I've got a lot of sci-fi movies that I have seen in my life that I can look at and do. But yeah, it's there are a lot out there. I highly recommend a lot of them. Oh, there we go. Let me look this one up. Yeah, this is something new I'm going to start doing when I'm talking about stuff like this. Just because I don't want to give false information, or I don't want to make a mistake. Oh, come on. Where is this? Oh, come on. There we go. Are you kidding me? Crud. I have got to look at this because I just saw something that that blew my mind. All right. Okay. I knew I saw him in Taps. All right. And then he was in Legend. Obviously, Top Gun, Cocktails. Okay. All right. There was one movie that came up there that I did not know. Oh, there is a great movie right there. Interview with a Vampire. I mean, you had Brad Pitt. You had Tom Cruise in that. Obviously, you had Antonio Banderas. Um, and the introduction of what's her name? It's escaping me at the moment. Kirsten Dunst, or Kirsten Dunst. Sorry, Kirsten, if you're watching. I don't think she is, but and then you also had Christian Slater in it. Was it true to the book? Not exactly. I've read that book many times, and I love it, but the movie was disturbing with some of the scenes that was in it. Um, I remember, I remember going with my ex and a bunch of her friends, two of which were in our wedding, um, to that movie, and it got uncomfortable at points. It really did. My ex to this day will never ever watch it again. I've watched it many times, but that is one that um, I do not. Well, I shouldn't say I do not recommend you watching it. You should watch it for yourself. When people tell me not to watch something or tell me they don't like something, I tend to hold that to myself and not judge something until I see it. There are a few movies out there that I've seen that, okay, maybe I will tell you not to watch them. But when I watch something or read something, my goal is to be entertained. Nothing more, nothing less. So I don't judge something until I see something for myself. And oh god, what's the movie? My friend from high school, my best friend when I was in high school, he and I went to see a movie called The Hidden. Do not recommend that. Holy crap, that was ridiculous. I can't believe I actually paid money to see that. I didn't just stream it, I actually paid actual cash to go and see that. But that was well before, streaming services were available, obviously. I'm that old, yes. All right. Next one, Oblivion. Tom Cruise movie again. Um, that one surprised me. It took twists and turns I was not expecting, including Morgan Freeman being in this. And Morgan Freeman is an amazing, amazing, amazing actor. I if he texts me or calls me and says, "Hey, I've got this 10-second spot in this movie I'm doing," guess where I'm going? I'm going there. I would love to meet him in person one day. That's just how much I respect him as an actor, and how much that I would love to do stuff with him. All right, what else? Oh, now there is a movie. Let's go into this one. Now Steven Spielberg directed it, and I know it's based on a novel as well. Actually, let me see if I can find what that is. But it is Minority Report. Um, it's it's just way over the top, really. Um, it really visually, um, it is amazing. The effects that they put into it are amazing. There is one scene that is very disturbing. I will say that. Um, yeah, but the cast is just over the top. Truthfully, it really is. I'm trying to find the writer and I can't. Oh, of course, Philip K. Dick, and it's based on a short story. Wow. I mean, there are so many people in this that just, you know were over the top in it. and just did a great thing. All right. Philip K. Dick. Wow. I did not realize he died in 82. He was born in 28. But to give you an idea of what he did as far as what he created, the some of the stories that he created. Let me get up here to the top. Okay. Blade Runner. That's a big one. That was a huge one for Harrison Ford. As we're just talking about Minority Report, I see it does not have a very good rating on IMDb. But I personally will recommend it. Paycheck is another one. Oh no, Minority Report does have a higher rating. What was that Minority Report based? Oh, TV series. Okay, that makes sense then. Paycheck, that had Ben Affleck in it. I highly recommend that one as well. Total Recall. There we go. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It is not a tumor. But yeah. I mean, Philip K. Dick, amazing sci-fi writer. And he inspired a lot of movies that are amazing. Paycheck had Uma Thurman in it as well. It also had another one of my favorite actors in it. Aaron Eckhart, who was also in the Batman series as Two-Face. And here's another one that may surprise you. It also has Michael C. Hall in it, who was Dexter. Or is Dexter. There will never be another Dexter, in my opinion. Just amazing actor, and I love that story. I love those books. I love the series. The books are even darker than the show, if you're ever interested in reading them. But yeah. Let's see, what else has Aaron Eckhart been in? Because I know he's been in another sci-fi show as well. I've got it. Oh, The Core. Oh, that was an interesting show. Kind of like in the way that it was presented was kind of like the day to the day after tomorrow. But this one, you had him, you had Hilary Swank, you had where's Stanley Tucci? Why don't they have him listed like at near the top? Because he was huge in that show. Stanley Tucci's a very underrated actor, in my opinion. Very underrated. Oh gosh. Here's another one. This is why I'm starting to do this. Is this brings up even more memories for me. Deep Impact. While not really scientifically correct. Oh no, this one was the more scientific. This one came out the same year as the show with Bruce Willis. Actually, I got let me do this real quick. But this one was more accurate to what would actually happen. that where is it? All right. Um, to what was it? Armageddon? And let me get down there. It's been a while since. Yes, Armageddon, where that was right before the Fifth Element, or right after the Fifth Element. Wow, holy crap! Um, so he and Ben Affleck and Billy Bob Thornton, shoot, Liv Tyler was in that. That was, I think, that was after she was in Lord of the Rings. Will Patton, Steve Buscemi. Oh my God, Steve Buscemi. He's one of my heroes because he's not real good looking, but he can act. And then Owen Wilson and Michael Clark Duncan. Oh my God, I've forgotten all these people were in this movie. Wow, it's been a hot minute since I saw that. But it came out the same year as Deep Impact, and Deep Impact to me was more of the accurate thing of what would happen rather than Armageddon. Um, I mean, you had Robert Duvall, um, who was one of, well, I'm not going to give away details, but he was great in it. Tia Leone, her character, amazing. So was Elijah Wood, Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Morgan Freeman, once again. Um, I will say this about this. This is before Obama was elected. And um, Morgan Freeman has a line, I believe it was this movie. It might have been um, 2012 instead, but Morgan Freeman has a line in this that he says, "World's going to be destroyed, and we finally got a black president." Oh, James Cromwell. I forgot he was in this too. Holy crap. Yeah, this was a movie. Um there is a moment, and I won't give it away, but there's a moment that even though I've seen this movie numerous times, I still break down crying at this moment. I'm trying not to cry right now just thinking about it. It's that heartbreaking. It is. It is that heartbreaking. I'm an emotional guy. I admit to that. But um but yeah, that one right there, that gets me every time. All right. Oh gosh. Steve, let's look at what you've done because there's one in particular I'm looking for right now. Holy crap, he's done so much stuff. Why can't I get to be a paid actor? I don't know. Oh, Boardwalk Empire. God, I love that series. Oh, and he was the voice of Randy in Monsters. There is that as well. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. Where is it at? Because. Oh, there it is. The Island. My ex and I went to see this. This was prior to us being married, because this was back in 2006. Michael Bay is the director. And if you know Michael Bay, he makes wonderful, wonderful movies. So the top two stars in this movie, Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor. Steve Buscemi's in it. Sean Bean is in it. There's another guy I need to talk about as well, but I'll save that for the next one. Michael Clark Duncan, once again, in this movie. Just a loaded cast, and there are enough twists and turns in this movie that will keep you entertained. Um, yeah, I mean, it has some dark moments in it, but it really makes you think about things. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's something I do recommend seeing. Very underrated, in my opinion. Um, it uh, I forget how we found out about the movie. I think we saw a um, trailer for it when we watched another movie. Um, that was right around the time that War of the Worlds came out as well. And I might have been at War of the Worlds that we saw the trailer for this one, and we were kind of intrigued of what it was going to be like. But it's definitely one I totally recommend. Absolutely recommend. All right. Well, that is enough for today. Um, yeah, I'm at 27, almost 27 minutes now. So, um, as I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, leave comments, please. I want to see if there's something that I'm not doing right, or if there's something else you want to see, if there's other stories you want to hear. Leave comments for me. And as I said, hit that alert button so you get alerted to when I upload something new. But thank you for tuning in to Stories by Tim. This is movie day 3. Uh, I think next time I'll move on to something, a different subject, but I just scraped the surface of sci-fi. I mean, I've already talked about a couple things with aliens and Star Trek, and Star Wars, but now sci-fi, I don't want to say is my thing, but I have a lot that I can talk about sci-fi. But I will not give spoilers out on any movie I've ever seen. I may talk about certain scenes, I may give references, but no, um, you're not going to get that from me. I hate spoiling things for people. I hate when people spoil things for me. So when I do this, when I talk about movies, when I talk about books, I will reference characters. I will do that, but I'm not going to give anything away. Go out and experience it for yourself. That's my advice, because that's the way I like things. That's the way I hope everyone likes things. So, once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll have more talks.